It's Commander Clyde, and we're back here for another tier list update to go along with the 5.4 patch that will be going live next week. So, let's get right into that. Okay, so let's see, who should we check on first? So Nuwa got a buff to her things. Her minions are faster, her fog has less mana, she's stealth for longer, and a higher scaling on shining metal, etc. We've got her in A plus right now, right here, but I mean, A plus I think is good. I don't think she's gonna change at all. I think the spot we put her in is a good location, and I don't think that's gonna change. Apollo did get a buff as well. The damage on his one was increased at all ranks. I think he only gets 15 or 20 more damage at rank 2, which would be what you would be starting at in Duel, would be with the one on rank 2, which is not significant, but I mean, it's better than nothing. He's been underperforming relative to the other hunters quite significantly, and I think that's a good change. So with that in mind, I think he moves up to the front of S minus, so he gets in front of G Blanque. How about that? That's not a big change. I still don't think he can compete in S territory very well. Oops. Oh god. Okay, our order's all messed up now. Hold on just a second. Okay, this order's a little off now, but whatever. We're fine. We're fine. That's fine. I guess. Oops. Move Zhang back down. Uh, okay, I'm gonna briefly address something that I noticed from playing him. Cupid's not as strong as I thought he was. It's too hard to confirm his damage. His ult is too easy to avoid for most gods. So he actually falls down to S minus. I mean, you'd think his kit is pretty good, but it's only against certain matchups. Apart from that, he's not that great, so I'm dropping him down a tier. Let's see, what else do I need to... Excuse me, guys, while I pull up the changes. So I actually forgot what they were, and this is being slow. Come on. There, okay, let me... Item changes. I don't see these affecting tiers of the gods real quick while we're on the topic. I think they'll all be about the same, because you're not building these in Duel really. That's only on a few gods. That's not a thing. I don't care about you're not building that in Duel. Sometimes you are, but that's not significant change. The most significant thing is honestly the Shaman's Ring, and that lets magicals with a little bit less damage actually do better. So that'd be Guardians, but that doesn't really change anything with them. Okay, so based on first glance, looking at the Achilles changes, I would guess he would start in S minus. He's about even par with Cucullin and Chalk with those nerves in mind, so that's where I would expect him to be. So not a whole lot to say on that. We'll have to see what happens as we go. Alkaline changes don't affect anything. So I think Kronos is a tough god to place for me because he doesn't seem to perform as well as you would expect based on the fact he's a magical carry. These are decent changes for Duel, but I don't think that changes his position because he's even with these gods. Like, I just fought one with Hades yesterday and I won pretty easily, so I think he's fine where he is. Uh, the information I have leads me to believe he's S tier, so that's where I am. Fafnir, increase the stun, decrease the self heal, so it's buff nerf, which means he stays where he is. In effect, no change. Habwa, so I mean, this doesn't look like much, but this is significant here. The cooldown, the increased cooldown on the carpet. We're actually gonna also, yeah, Kali has been performing much better than I expected, so I'm keeping her. I'm moving her to SS, actually, because data says she's real strong. So he's just under broken. It gives you just a little more playability against him, but he's still your third ban. I don't feel like I can justify putting him in SS right now, but I can justify him being your top three ban, one of your top three bans, so he will sit at the front of S plus. Now, Kumbhakarna decrease cooldown on this, increase base damage on Groggy Strike. I've got him down here. So that will actually put him ahead of Fafnir, but that's it. I think that helps him just a little bit more. I think that'll make him slightly stronger than Fafnir in Duel, but not a whole lot. So put him there. Nemesis, this does things, but she's not moving from where she is. Still really strong. Her passive is pretty crazy, and none of that is changing here. Just some things on her ultimate are being nerfed, and that's it. So that doesn't affect her dual performance enough to justify me moving her. Again, talked about the new stuff. Don't think it moves her. I think she's in a good position. Raw increased movement and Celestial Beam with increased scaling. And where do I have him? I have him at A, and I think that's a good spot for him, considering he'll still have those mobility issues that he's always had. Not quite as bad, but any gods that can deal with his, that can keep him from moving will beat him for pretty much free. So that doesn't do anything for him. And then Thoth, this is going to nerf his top end damage once he's leveled up, because he's getting less pin from his passive and decreased scaling on the bonus damage triggers. Does that make him less stronger? Slightly, but not a whole lot. So I think I'll just keep him where he is, in all honesty. I like that position. For him, I don't think that'll make him much weaker. Itemization's still going to be good. His base damage is still decent. Like, one of his big things is his control in fights, and because, getting gem and spear on him has always been really great itemization, and that won't change very much. So I like where he is. And with that said, that is going to do it for this tier list update. So Season 5 Duel Tierlist version 1.1 now. And we'll see how the changes next week stack things up. I think it'll end up about how they've been placed. Akiles is going to be very interesting to see. I will be playing him quite a bit, I think, once he's available and ranked. Anyway, if you guys enjoy the tier list there, like and subscribe and all that. Check out check out my live stream at twitch.tv/CommanderClyde, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.